Igbo women demand NNAMDI KANU's release. Removal of checkpoint in Southeast. My dear listeners, here is another interesting episode we bring to your listening ears this morning. And the news is referring to the Igbo women from the Southeast. I'm requesting for the release of NNAMDI KANU, and I'm requesting for the removal of the checkpoint in the Southeast. Talking of the checkpoint in the Southeast, I personally, I do not recommend there is checkpoint in the Southeast, even if there will be any checkpoint at all. It should be minimal, not those, not deploying the whole number of that military men and police force on checkpoint. Firstly, it is actually it creates a phobia for the people at first. Driving, and once you encounter these uniform men, there is this fear, because in this country now, you no longer believe who is who. We no longer know who is who. And I'm talking of NNAMDI KANU's release. A very long time I was expecting that the federal government should have released this man, so as those people using this Biafra movement to perpetrate or cause atrocities all in the name of Biafra would stop. So moving down to the comment section, and now before I go, in a passionate call for justice and peace, the Igbo women, united under the banner of the Igbo Women Assembly, have demanded the immediate release of the NNAMDI KANU, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. So please do drop by the comment section, like, subscribe to this channel and share. Good morning and welcome to today's news. The women made their demands at a press conference held in Lagos, where they emphasized the urgency of addressing the growing concerns in the region. Onyeka Chimeze, president of IWA, led the group in voicing their deep dissatisfaction with the ongoing situation in the Southeast and the alleged maltreatment being melted on Igbo across the country. She stated that the prolonged detention of KANU has only deepened the sense of alienation and frustration among the Igbo people. The group believes KANU's release would go a long way in alleviating the tensions that continue to grip the region, which has been marked by conflict, human rights abuses, and a heavy military presence. IWAL also highlighted the issue of military checkpoint, which they argued are causing significant hardship for local residents. According to the women, these checkpoints have become hotspots for harassment, abuse of human rights, and increased insecurity. Stated that many community members have reported extortion and mistreatment by security personnel, which has further strained relations between the people and the military. The women called for an immediate removal of this checkpoint, as they believe this would help restore peace and security in the region. In addition to calling for KANU's release and removal of checkpoint, the IWA also urged the Nigerian government to take a closer look at the activities of security forces in the Southeast. They accused some security personnel of complicity in the crimes that have plagued the area, suggesting that many of the violent acts being committed have the backing or active involvement of these officers. The group called for a thorough investigation into these claims to ensure that those responsible are held accountable. Another key point raised by IWA was their concern over the treatment of the Igbo people by political figures seeking to gain favor with the federal government. The women expressed their frustration with what they described as unwarranted attacks on Igbo individuals and communities allegedly orchestrated by political operatives hoping to curry favor with the government. They urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take a firm stand against these political machinations, which they believe only serve to further marginalize the Igbo people. Iwal also made a direct appeal to the Nigerian government, urging to it to act swiftly to address the grievances of the Igbo people. They emphasized that lasting peace and stability in the southeast can be achieved through meaningful dialogue, the release of NNAMDI KANU, the dismantling of military checkpoints, and a comprehensive review of the security situation in the country. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news, and you're hereby advised to drop by at the comment section